I have made some healthy snacks. These are before baking stage. I left it in the electric oven for having a good rise on these items. The filling materials I made with chicken, lots of vegetables, milk, cheese, and some spices. I always like to have some spices in the filling materials. So the first, this tray, the top tray, I'm gonna bake now, only this tray. So that will take like 25 to 30 minutes at 350-degree Fahrenheit. You will see how that gets fluffy, how that swelled up and made a nice bread, and the filling materials also get tempted, and you see some bubbles coming out from the filling materials. I always put an alarm on the electric oven so that I don't burn them out. So the time is up. The vapor is just making the blur of my camera. So I'm gonna taking those out. It's so hot. You see how nice crispy that came up in the top, even though I didn't brush it with anything. That just have a natural color. I will then rub some of the butter on the top. Now the second batch, this one I haven't baked yet, that has been raised nicely, so I'm just putting it inside of the electric oven. Again, this is already heated, so I'm gonna heat it with 350 degrees Celsius, and we'll set a time here. So just increasing the time to 20 minutes first. Let's see what happens, because the oven is already heated, so I didn't give it extra time. So at the meantime, I will brush. This is so hot, so at the meantime I will just brush with butter on the top, so you'll find a nice buttery smell. Just taking it out from the baked pan. This is actually a cupcake tray, but I always use spicy snacks here, so that easily make good easily fit on the tiffin boxes. How I made this bread I will share later. So this is the butter. I will rub this butter on the top. This is so hot, so that's gonna melt the butter right way. I also use the butter in the filling materials. So as this is hot, that butter get melt and get adhered to these pieces, and when it get cold, you will not feel the oily touch on the top. That will be very normal. As those parts are very small, so I also took very small pieces of butter. Can you see some glitter on the top? That is because of the rubbing butter. At the meantime, my another tray is still baking, and that's also puffing inside of the oven. I always love to see how the changes are made inside of the oven. You see, those are getting double of its size, and some of the filling materials will come out from the top and also from the side. You need to make the dough very perfectly. I always use the simple method to cook my stuff, because I don't cook a lot. Whenever I get free time, besides my study and job, I make some of the stuff like that, so that life would be beautiful with lots of food. I'm starting my I have started my YouTube channel very recently. I'm not professional, but I am planning to upload the shortcut method one by one, because the world is making everything very complex. Life shouldn't be that much complex, and you should make some food in the home so that you can have the hygiene product in your home though. And the outside product or outside purchase always use a lot of sodium. Excessive sodium is not good for the health though, so you needed to be concerned on that. You need to put a good oil, good fat on your meal so that you can have a good, healthy body all the time. You shouldn't eat all the time though, just 3 times in a day or 2 times or 1 times in a day, but with a good food all the time. So I'm taking too much time. I'm just observing how they're going to be. You see some the red colors are coming in the corner of these snacks. Can you see that? It's a little bit reddish. It becomes so reddish. Although I have set a 20 minutes time, but I love to see how those changes. So it's still 350 degree Fahrenheit. And after a couple of minutes, you see there's also become reddish on the top. And now I'm just turning the heat off. I will take this out. It's already done. I haven't brushed anything on the top because you are just wasting egg, oil or butter on the top, so don't need it. You can use you can have a nice golden crunch on the top when they are cooked properly. I don't do that in my home, but when I take it to the friend's home, you see some of them are coming out from the inside. These are cooked very nicely. This is the color. My trays are not that crystal clear, sorry for that. I'm not so much concerned on the tray. The tray is clean. It's always get hit. So after brushing with the butter, you see this looks so nice, and this look will be lasting even if you are keeping those on the refrigerator. You see how nicely the back side and the front side has been cooked. Only 20 minutes. I'm going to show one by breaking how my breads are nicely done. You can make the filling materials whatever you like to have, but don't put so much sweet on it. Use some spicy stuff because sweet is not always sweet or good for the body. I'm breaking one pieces. You see, this is a nice bread. There is no compaction. This is soft, and the yummy filling looks so good. Subscribe this channel, and I'm gonna upload so many videos very soon.